Charlie, and my husband calls him Chewy. It's his nickname. Can a friends with benefit turn into a relationship? Not if they don't want to. So you really need to listen to what they're saying. So here's the thing. You're going to go to them because obviously the reason why you're asking this is because you want a relationship. So you need to find out either they're going to get into a relationship with you or you need to move on, right? Because there's no point staying in a relationship with somebody who's not in a relationship with you. So you're going to go to them and you're going to say, hey, I just want to say I'm done my playtime and I really want to get into a long-term committed relationship because I really, want to get married one day, have kids, buy a house, and I want to find that partner. What about you? Where are you at? And if they say, no, I'm really not ready for that. No, I'm really not looking for anything. No, like anything that's a negative, anything other than, yeah, like that's something that I want too. Anything other than that, you need to cut it off because you will stay stuck in a one-sided relationship playing the hoping game. The hoping game is I hope all the time, attention, devotion, availability, convenience I give this person is going to turn into a relationship for me. Don't play the hoping game because when you play the hoping game, you're not the one. You're not the only one playing the hoping game. He's also playing the hoping game. I hope I will continue to get all the sex I want until I'm tired of it before she exits this convenient relationship with me. Do you have any tips for anxious avoiding attachment? I don't do attachment styles, you guys. So here's the thing with attachment styles. You're going to have a conversation. You're going to talk about how you are. The person who does attachment styles is going to say, okay, so based on what you're telling me about how you are, this is your attachment style. Now, what is your relationship goal? Okay, these are the behaviors that are going to get you there. A conversation with me is you're going to tell me who you are. I'm going to say, what is it that you want? What's your goal? We're going to come up with the behaviors that are going to get you to your goal. Skipping the labeling altogether. You don't need the label. It's what do I want and how am I going to get there from here? That's all you need. A label is like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. When am I going to disclose it? Should I disclose my attachment style on the first date or should I wait a few more days to tell them what my attachment style is? I don't want you guys to wear a label like it's a negative thing. And I know not all attachment styles are negative, but some of them are. And if somebody labels you as a negative attachment style, it feels like it's a little bit more to overcome. If I give you a label, then you have to change the label as well as your behaviors in order to achieve what you want to achieve. If I don't give you a label, I just need to change my behaviors. And it becomes an easier process because you're not being burdened by one more thing. I have the problem, but the sexes are reversed. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome, my loves. Oh, thank you, my love. You're so sweet. Dropping by to say thank you. You're so welcome. I've watched your lives and read your book, Fix That Shit, and I've never been happier. No arguments. I love you. I love you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I would love to see you leave a Google review, an Amazon review for the books. Listen, if you would just go put stars up on Amazon for reading Fix That Shit, that would make me so super happy, my love. If you're willing to do that, say I would love to do that. That would be so super great. Just so y'all know, my love language is words of affirmation. If you guys watch my lives or my TikToks or you read my books, go leave a review, please, because I go look for that stuff every day. And it really makes my day to see that somebody has said, shared their experience, right? Even copy paste that, you know what I mean? Copy paste that on an Amazon review would put me over, shared their experience, right? Copy paste that, you know what I mean? Copy paste that on an Amazon review would put me over the, shared their experience, right? Copy paste that, you know what I mean? Copy paste that on an Amazon review would put me over the moon. I would love to do that on my way. So much love. Ooh, you bring me so much joy, my love. Thank you. You guys are so amazing. You really are. And I'm so happy for you. Like, I live for this. I live for this. I live for your success. I live for your happiness. I live for your relationship becoming great, because you know what's going to happen? The people around you are going to see what you're doing and go, I want some of that too. And they're going to be infected by what you're doing, and they're going to create goodness in their lives too. I'm trying hard to get over a breakup. It's been 2 months. Everything reminds me of him. It sounds like, I don't know if you have or not, but you do need to do a purge. Cleansing your environment is a great way to cleanse your emotions as well. Like, put some power music on and cleanse your environment. Like, if there's anything laying around your home that is his, get it out. Get it out, or get it packed away, get it out of the way. I love this. It made me so attuned to what my partner needs and not just me. Yes. And I bet, like, if the thing is, if you're with a generous long-term thinker, going back to fix that shit and using my relationship advice, if you are with a generous long-term thinker who loves you and you start doing what's in fix that shit, it really creates a lot of magic in your relationship, because a good man never leaves a feeling of gratitude go unrewarded. And what makes us feel grateful as human beings, not just you, but your partner too, is feeling understood. And when we feel understood, it's like a huge weight comes off, and we're like, wow, like I don't feel the need to struggle anymore. And I'm so happy that you brought this to me. And I'm so grateful for you for creating so much goodness in our relationship. And now they start going, what can I do for you? And that's where you really start getting so much goodness from your partner. What happens if it's a kitchen table? See, I knew that there was some furniture involved. So listen, if you can replace it, and here's the thing, go online like Craigslist, Kijiji, and replace it, right? Because if this thing in your home is going to make you sad, replace it. Sell it, get a nicer one. Get something you like more. If it's something you really love and adore, then fall in love with it, right? Like sit at that table and go, before there was him, there was you and me. So I'm going to fall in love with you all over again. And right, sell it. But if you can replace it, if you can find something you like better, if you can sell yours and take that money and go buy another one so you're not out any money, then do that. Money and go buy another one so you're not out any money, then do that. Girl, hi. Hello, love. Money, then do that. Girl, hi. Hello, loves. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. I've been there, but the purge is so healing, my loves. I've had a breakup a couple months ago too, and I know we weren't meant to be, but I miss him daily. So for those of you who are really struggling with a breakup, I really do suggest you dive into Comeback Queen, or do a session with me, because I can work a pretty wicked exorcism. I can work a really good exorcism because I can really get you thinking about things in a different way, as you well know. I had a couch and I chopped it and it felt great. This is awesome. We've been together for 4 years, living apart. How do I start the chat about how we start combined? So what you're going to do is, I want you to think about your life plan. What do you want? I want to live here at this time. These are my goals, right? It doesn't have to be on his terms. You don't have to approach it like, what do you want? Let me get Charlie. What do you want? When are we going to do things your way? No. What do you want, my love? What do you want? Propose this. This is a board meeting, right? Come prepared to get what you need. So come up with your life plan. Think about what it is that you want. Think about your timeline. And propose it to him. Say, you know what? I've been thinking about what it is that I want for myself. And I would like us to live together at this location, at this time, in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a year, right? When do you want this? And go to him with this and say, this is what I want. What about you? Where are you at? And then open the floor up for him to state where he's at. And then you can find your middle ground. But don't leave those conversations unsaid. Are there some relationships that aren't salvageable? Can you give examples? Abuse, right? Extreme toxicity, substance abuse, right? Those, just walk away. Take what is left of yourself and walk away and go rebuild. Do not try to, those, just walk away. Take what is left of yourself and walk away and go rebuild. Do not try to fix a broken person. It is not your job. Okay, that can I come over thing is a serious paradigm shift. Fix a broken person. It is not your job. Okay, that can I come over thing is a serious paradigm shift. Okay, that can I come over thing is a serious paradigm shift. Is that the only one? Isn't it though? And so here's the thing. I was having a conversation. I was doing a session yesterday, and she was saying that they got married too quickly, and now they were having some difficulty, and they were long distance right now because he's deployed. And he said, I need to miss you, because she tended to go to him with her anxiety. When she would go into a state of anxiety, she would look to him to fix her. And he said, I need to miss you. I need to get into that feeling of missing you. And so you need to give me space to come to you. And she told me this, and then we would talk some more. And I'm not even joking. A few minutes later, she said, he doesn't express his feelings. He doesn't talk to me about what he feels and what he wants. And I said, let's talk about this for a second. You know that thing I talk about on TikTok, the if you want, and how we have a script in our head. We don't hear what they're saying because we have words we want them to say, and we're waiting for them. We've essentially created a play in our minds, and they have a script, and when they don't say their words, we get mad because you're wrecking the play. And it just kind of comes down to, when we have something on our minds about how we want them to speak to us, we miss how they are actually speaking to us. And so he was in fact telling her what it was that he wanted and how he felt. But she wanted him to say, I miss you, rather than I need to miss you. Hello, love loves. Nice to see we got our moderators on board. Hello, my love. How are you? Alyssa. Hello. Rebuilding can be tough, having patience. Yes, and that's where meditation comes in. Meditation really helps with the patient part. There are some things that will really help you create patience while you are rebuilding a relationship. And I know this from experience, guys, because we fought for 10 years. And in order to get to 5 years without a single fight, there was a lot of rebuilding that needed to happen. My husband literally took 3 years to heal from the trauma. From order to get to 5 years without a single fight, there was a lot of rebuilding that needed to happen. My husband literally took 3 years to heal from the trauma, from all the fighting that we'd been through. And in that time, I needed to give him time and space, because there was a lot of things that I was doing in my head that he wasn't doing. And so I was accelerating through the process while he eventually fell through the process. But here's the thing, I paved the road, right? I paved the road for him to go down. That's what being an emotional leader is you know what? I'm going to pave this way, and I'm going to do this first, and that's going to make it easier for you to follow. And so I did. I started meditating. I was redirecting my thoughts. I detached my emotional roller coaster from his ride. I asked myself 100 times a day, what do I want? Every time I found myself spinning on him. and redirected myself back to self-love. And all of these things are what help create patience, because instead of I'm going to do this and I'm going to wait for them to respond, and if they don't do without a certain amount of time, then I'm going to be upset, right? Instead of that mindset, then I went into the mindset of I'm going to do what's right for me, and that's it. And that's it. And if you follow, and that's great. But if you don't, that's okay, because I'm going to be okay, because I'm practicing being okay. And that's what you got to do, guys, always. We always have to practice being okay. We always got to be doing this self-love thing. And this is the great thing about being in a relationship with generous long-term thinkers. When you start practicing self-love and get yourself to a happier place, they are like, ooh, this, like, I've been waiting for this. Because a generous long-term thinker who loves you wants you to be happy. They want you to be plugged into yourself. They want you to satisfy yourself. They don't see it as selfish when you do that. They see it as something that's essential to the relationship. So somebody asked, what helped with your healing? Yeah, so meditation, definitely. Switching up my diet, getting healthier whole foods into myself, going for walks, so moving my body. Depression and anxiety is inflammation in the brain. When you get more oxygen into your body, you reduce inflammation. So getting my body moving really helped with my moods. Eating healthy whole foods, serotonin is your body's natural happy drug. That's made in your gut. When I started eating better, my gut health became more balanced. And so my body started producing more serotonin. And really just practicing the mantra, fuck you. But like in the most gentle, loving way. Yes, fuck you can be super gentle and loving. And so when I found myself spinning around my husband and what he may be thinking, what he may be feeling, I would be like, wait a second. Fuck you. All right? Like just the most zen fuck you could possibly imagine. Fuck you. And the reason why I would use fuck you is because those words are always a pushback, right? Like when you say that, it's always a pushback. And so I needed to push back from his emotional roller coaster because I needed to focus on mine. And those words really helped me do that. It was super effective. And a mantra is supposed to be super effective. And so I was like, wait a second. I'm writing your ups and downs. Fuck you. I'm going to do me right now. So somebody said emotional leader. I love that. That's what I am. Yes. I have that masculine energy. Emotional leader doesn't need to be a gendered energy, right? This is a good question here. Why is it when we think leader, we just automatically go to like a masculine energy? Let me tell you something. The International Monetary Fund was in deep trouble, like major deep trouble. And then they put a woman in charge. Guess what? It's doing better. It's fixed because they put a woman in charge. Who was like seriously crying happy tears seeing Kamala Harris become vice president? That's so amazing. We have a woman vice president of the United States. That's so incredible. So incredible. COVID hit, and the countries that had a woman in charge were the ones that were like tackling it much more effectively, faster. What book do you recommend for a person coming out of a narcissistic relationship? I would dive into Fake Love Need Not Apply. Comeback Queen as well, because I know you guys have difficulty coming out of these relationships because there's such an attachment to that person, and they do that on purpose. And so Comeback Queen to help you with the heartbreak, and Fake Love Need Not Apply to help you make sure you never end up in one of those relationships again. These people prey on women who don't have enough self-esteem, and they take advantage of that. So in Fake Love Need Not Apply, I do teach you how to elevate your self-esteem. They also take advantage of people who are isolated, don't have a big friend or family circle, or people who they can manipulate into reducing their friend or family circle, and now you have less people in your life. You need to get that buffer zone in again. You need to get your people. So how to rebuild your self-esteem, how to create that protective circle of people who are going to say, hey, you know what, that guy, not so good for you. I don't know if you noticed that. Because your people, you should be introducing any potential partners to your people before even kissing them, so that they can catch the red flags that you might be missing or overlooking. And then no more assholes. Absolutely no more assholes, because no more assholes is going to help you make sure that you choose the right partner for your next relationship. Yes, I love to see you guys teaching each other stuff. That's so wonderful. I love to see how you're kind of picking up on my language too, which is cool. I see you guys saying like vomiting. He's muted. Which one was that? I didn't. Was it? I don't know. I might have missed it. Sometimes you guys catch people that I don't see. Sometimes you guys catch people and I don't see the comments. Also, my internet speed is so slow. You're welcome. So I had a big disappointment today. I thought I was going to get faster internet speed here, and it turns out there was just a massive confusion. Hello, love. So yeah, I'm literally, I might rent an office or something, but I want to get somewhere where I can get like a good internet speed. How is this for you guys, by the way? Is it skipping at all? Is it doing any repeats? Is the sound and video okay for you? He barely does any small gestures. So the question to that is, does he do big gestures? Is he planning a life with you? Is he wanting to buy a house with you? Is he doing the big things, right? I hear that he's not doing the small things, but is he doing the big things? Because if he's not, like, not the big things, not the small things, then it doesn't sound like there's a lot of investment in you. But if he's not doing the small things, but he is doing the big things, he is invested in you. And we should not be overlooking that, because it's kind of like saying, you love me on a daily basis. You write me love letters every day. But you don't kiss me on the forehead every night. And for that, I'm going to put you in the doghouse. And that's not okay. It's not okay to overlook what they do for you because you wish they were doing other things. And here's like the rule of thumb. If you took everything he does, everything your partner does, if you took everything your partner does and you list it, and then you took the things that you're complaining about that they don't do. I wish he did this. He doesn't do the small things. Those small things, if you list those small things and you look at that, you look at what they're not doing and you look at what they are doing and ask yourself this: would I trade this to get this? And if the answer is no, be happy. Don't put yourself in a state of dissatisfaction by not actually paying attention to what they are doing. Hi, love your account. Do you believe people change? They can if they want. I did. My boyfriend was a bad liar 5 years ago, but not now, right? So the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. The more time passes that he doesn't lie, like say it's been 5 months since he lied, you can anticipate another 5 months of not lying. So don't live as though he might start lying at any moment. Live as though you've got 10 months of not lying, and be in the moment, right? If you don't reward the goodness that you're getting, your partner goes into a state of, why should I bother? And you don't want to do that, because that is where your relationship starts falling apart. And it's the lack of gratitude. I appreciate that you were being so good to me. If that's not happening, if instead you're saying, yeah, okay, so you're not lying, but you used to, then you create discouragement in your relationship. You create frustration in your relationship, and you don't want to do that. We build on success, you guys. This is why they gave us stars when we were in school, right? Remember, like in the early grades, and they're like, "Oh, you did good. Here's a gold star," and you're like, "Oh, I like gold stars. Let's give me some more." It's the same thing in your relationship. Every time you acknowledge what your partner is doing right, you are building a stronger relationship with your partner, because we are creatures designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. When you are a source of pleasure in your relationship because you are acknowledging the goodness that your partner is creating, thereby helping them feel good, just like you would feel good if you brought food to the food bank and you handed over 2 bags and went, "Oh my God, thank you. I appreciate this so much." You'd be like, "I want to do this again," right? And it's the same thing with your partner. Give them the opportunity to feel good for doing good things. How do I move on from the past and focus on his progress? If you're forgetting, which we do, right? We have a brain that retains the negative, but lets go of the positive. So if you're having trouble remembering the good things that he's doing, write it down. This is called a cheat sheet. So everything my partner says or does to show me that they love me and are devoted to me. And when you find yourself in a negative spin, go back to your cheat sheet. And once you've written that cheat sheet out, it becomes embedded in your mind. So you may go back and read it once or twice, but then afterwards you can remember it anytime you need to. So you might be driving in your car, find yourself in a negative spin, say, "Wait a second, what is reality?" Because that negative spin is your imagination, and the antidote to imagination is reality. Uh, who wants a notification when I go live? Say, "I do." Thoughts on cheating? Cheating is not black and white. If the person you're with is a serial cheater, if they cheat because they're selfish, I want what I want when I want it, that's the one you got to dump. That motherfucker's got to go. But if you know listen, trauma cycles, right? And so sometimes something traumatic happens, and that calendar time of the year comes about again. The person goes back into a distressed mindset, and they seek some kind of remedy to that. Sometimes the remedy is drugs. Sometimes the remedy is alcohol. Sometimes the remedy is self-harm. Sometimes the remedy is someone else's attention. All of these are distractions from the pain. So sometimes cheating is a coping mechanism that's a distraction from the pain. In those cases, this is not black and white with me. If this is a mistake, then healing can be accomplished. Hello, Jocelyn. You've taught me that things are simple, but the problem is making them difficult and tricky. Yes. Listen, you guys, love is easier than you think it is. Love is easier than you think it is. I do. Okay, my I do's. For those of you who want a notification when I go live, here's what you do. Press on my little picture once or twice. It's going to bring a pop-up in the bottom. In the pop-up, you're going to see a bell. Click on the bell. When you do that, say, "I just did." He says I don't give him a chance to initiate seeing each other or do small things anymore. Advice? So he's saying that you're not giving enough time and space for him to do it, and instead you come at him with the "you don't do's" before he has a chance to do it. Or you come at him saying, "Hey, let me see you." So what he's saying is to give him some space. What he's saying is to give him some space. She lies. Do we have a troll here? Is Jessica a troll? And so what you're going to do, my love, is instead of focusing on him, you're going to focus on you. You're going to focus on you. So what can you focus on that's about you? You can focus on meditation. You can focus on self-love. I need to get a glass of water. I need to go for a walk. I need to do some journaling. I need to get into my passion. Do you know what your passion is? Do you know what your purpose is? What he's saying is, I'm your focus way too much. And so the antidote to that is making you your focus, your goals your focus, your life your focus, your purpose your focus, your passion your focus. Do you know what your purpose and your passion is? No? Then grab Custom Made. There are 2 books you need in order to bring this relationship closer. Fix That Shit so that you understand how to be functional and love yourself. Custom Made so that you understand what your purpose and your passion is, so that you can redirect your focus from your partner, because your partner should not be your purpose. Your purpose should be your purpose. So Custom Made is going to help you redirect to your purpose so that you can dive into it and develop it. And the bonus about Custom Made is it also teaches you how to start bringing your purpose out into the world, so that people are like, oh, you know what? I needed this, and you do this, and I'm going to pay you for it. And this is, guys, how we start getting paid doing what we love, which is amazing. Let me tell you from experience, amazing. I get up every morning. I get to work. I'm working until 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, sometimes later. Sometimes I'm working until 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's just like, I love it. I love it. I hope you had an awesome day today too. If you're with somebody for a long time and now they want to be friends and nothing else, there's nothing you can do about that. It's unfortunate that you spent so much time in this relationship and now you got to start over again. If it hurts you to be friends with them, by the way, you don't need to be friends. Just because they want it doesn't mean you need to do it. Also, don't stay friends and play the hoping game. Don't say to yourself, okay, well, I'm going to stay friends so I can stay in their life and maybe someday they're going to change their mind. Don't do that. That's dangerous to you and your path, and it gets in the way of you finding the loving partner that you should have. I've been friends with a guy for 2 months and both said we like each other, yet nothing happens. So be purposeful in your language. I want you to go to him and say, you know what, I've been doing some thinking, and I've really decided that I really want a long-term relationship because I want to get married, I want to have kids, I want to buy a house, I want to travel, whatever your couple goals are. What about you? Where are you at? And then hear what they say. And I mean, hear what they say. Hear what they say. Don't gloss anything over. If they're like, oh, I'm not sure, that doesn't mean maybe. It doesn't mean maybe. It means you should not be waiting for them to change their mind. And you should be moving on. I'm always the one to initiate asking him first. Anxiety says, what if he never asks? So that's just it. You're having a vomit into the relationship, and that pushes partners away. If I were to throw up on your shoes, are you going to take a step back? So you're using, this is the operative word, you are using your anxiety as the reason to keep coming at him. You're using him as a band-aid to your anxiety, and that's not fair. It's not fair to take our feelings of fear and anxiety and go to our partner and go, fix this. That's not fair. It's not fair to ask for anything you're not willing to do first. If you're going to your partner to say, fix my emotions, then you need to go to you first and say, fix my emotions, because it's not fair to ask for anything you're not willing to do first. So are you willing to fix your emotions first? If not, it's not fair to go ask him to fix you, which means you need to learn how to fix you. Fix That Shit is the book that helps you manage your emotions. It's the book that helps you understand how to heal yourself. It's the book that helps you understand what a functional, balanced relationship looks like and how you should be communicating with your partner so that you don't push them away and, in fact, create the space for them to step into and start giving you more. That's a good way to put it. Thank you for that. What can my girlfriend do to be more understanding? She can refix that shit. I'm dead serious. This book is a woman-to-woman conversation. Men love reading this book because they're like a fly on the wall to our conversation. And so they understand how we tick because they're getting an inside scoop. But woman to woman, I understand what we go through because I've been through it. I've been through the insecurity. I've been through the fear. I've been through the vomiting. I've been through the fighting. I've been through the not understanding. And I've reversed all of that. And in a very simple conversational way, but that's fairly science-based, but in plain English, I really help women understand how they can overcome all these feelings and glitches that we have in ourselves. With my ex of 5 years, I bought a house together. He then said he couldn't commit, no contact for 2 months now. That sucks, my love. What if some guys say they're bored in their post but still don't want to talk to you? Do not monitor them, right? So don't monitor your partner, don't micromanage your partner, and don't have a parent-child relationship, right? A parent-child relationship is you must give me your attention when I demand it. How dare you not call me when you got home? How dare you not take your free time and spend it on me? How dare you not respond to my demands, right? That is a parent-child relationship. Don't look to your partner to soothe you. Don't look to them to give in to your demands. They don't need to have your permission to have a life of their own. If you want a peer relation, like, listen, are you so like this with your friends, right? If you send your friend, any of your friends, a text message and they don't immediately reply, are you this angry with them as well? This friend, any of your friends, a text message and they don't immediately reply, are you this angry with them as well? This frustrated? Do you friend, any of your friends, a text message and they don't immediately reply, are you this angry with them as well? This frustrated? Do you demand so immediately reply? Are you this angry with them as well? This frustrated? Do you demand so much responsiveness from everybody else, or is it just from your partner? And is that fair to look to one person and say, you need to give in to these expectations, and if you don't, you are in trouble? My boyfriend is kind of an angry person and I'm very relaxed. How can I help him when he's like this? So when he gets into an angry state, I want you to take yourself away. If you can't, like if you guys are in a car and he goes into an angry state, obviously you're not going to roll out of a moving car. So you are simply going to go into your bubble and let him have his bubble and not partake in his anger. Do not contribute to his anger. Don't react to his anger. Don't partake with his anger. That is his emotion to deal with. If you're not in a car, get yourself out of the room. Because the lesson here is if you're going to go in an angry state, you don't get my companionship. Because I don't want to be in a relationship with an angry person. If you are going to chase after me to make me take part in your anger because you want to use me as a lightning rod, not going to happen. I'm not going to do that with you. You need to learn to deal with your own emotions. And until you do, you don't get me. Because I will not be in a relationship with somebody who does not properly manage their emotions. I would get into fix that shit, by the way. I would definitely get into fix that shit to help you manage your own emotions. It's not fair to ask for anything you're not willing to do first. So if you are vomiting anger into the relationship at any points, then you can't point to yourself and say, I don't do that. I don't do that because I don't want to be in a relationship where this happens. But you say you're fairly calm, so we're going to assume that you don't. You have that conversation. I don't do that because I don't want to be in a relationship where this happens. You need to learn to manage your emotions and your behaviors. After pursuing for months, this guy stood me up after I agreed to a date. Was that your first date? What's the question? Life begins when you ask the right question. Yes. My long distance boyfriend is super distant right now, says it's because of his career and everything is fine. So listen to him. It's true. When men get really stressed out, they do get quieter. Because what they do is they go up into their head and they go, okay, I'm going to go into my man cave right here and I'm going to fix things. I'm going to deal with this. Let him do that. It's okay for men to go into their man cave and go fix themselves and then going to deal with this. Let him do that. It's okay for men to go into their man cave and go fix them and deal with this. Let him do that. It's okay for men to go into their man cave and go fix themselves and then come back out. So we go through ups and downs, right? We are human beings. We are emotional, and we will go through ups and downs. So when he goes into a down, stay steady, stay non-reactive. If you're getting less time and attention from him because he's in this state, focus on yourself, focus on your goals, redirect your thoughts if you want to anxiously reach out to him to fill up your time because you want that to happen, because you want reassurance. He's given you the reassurance. Listen to the words coming out of his mouth. And when you find yourself spinning on him, say, wait a second, what do I want? And it can be so simple, my love. I want a glass of water. I want to go do some yoga. I want to do some journaling. I want to go do some art. I want to read custom made, find out what my purpose is. By the way, this book is a workbook. Just so you know, every single chapter ends with you doing some journaling, because if you don't know what your purpose is, you need to do a deep dive to go figure that out. But listen, he's busy. He is preoccupied. It's okay to let him be busy and preoccupied. So what are you going to do? Fill your time up. Don't make him your time filler. Don't make him your therapist to ease your anxiety. Deal with yourself and your emotions and listen to what he's telling you. Men seem to date me for 3 months and then dump me even though they were more keen than I was. Why? Why not? This newness is great, right? Newness is great. If you use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule, you're probably going to see a decline in this and a decline in your heartbreak. Listen, 3 months is the honeymoon period. This is when we are like jacked up on the newness of each other. So yeah, things are especially exciting during those first 3 months. And you might be dating people who love the excitement. And when the excitement wears off, then it's on to the next. If you want to put a stop to this, get no more assholes and start using the no kissing for 3 months dating rule. You are so welcome. What do I say when I leave the room? I don't want to get up and leave while he's raging. So really, literally, you can, by the way. You don't need to explain anything. But here's what you can do when he's not, right? So today, you're going to say to him, I've been doing some thinking, and I really am not comfortable being in the same room with you when you go into an angry state. So I want to let you know that when you go into an angry state, I'm going to remove myself from the room. And it's up to you to calm yourself down. And when you're calm again, then we will come back together again. But I will not be in the same room as anybody who is in an angry state. And that's you or anybody else. I'm not going to stay in the room with you just because you are in a relationship with me. And it's not fair for you to want me to. I love your top. Thank you. For you to want me to. I love your top. Thank you. For you to want me to. I love your top. Thank you. What are your thoughts on for you to want me to? I love your top. Thank you. What are your thoughts on taking a break during a relationship? So I went to Florida for 3 months. I needed 3 months to get away from home because there was a lot of stressful things that were going on in our relationship. In the location that I was in, like me, my husband, his ex, were all living on the same street. There was so much dysfunction going on. I needed to get away. And I went to Florida for 3 months. Was that a break? No, it wasn't. I took space, but that was not a break. We did not break up. I simply went away for 3 months, and we stayed together, and we stayed in regular contact. Now, a break like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be with you anymore. We need to not be in a relationship anymore. That's a breakup. Like, you can take space. I need some space. We're still together, but I need some space. That's okay. A break is a breakup. And in a breakup, you can, obviously, because a breakup means you're single, right? And when you're single, you can date anybody you want to, you can hook up with anybody you want to, because a breakup is a breakup. Um, nobody has permission to say to you, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want to be with any. I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to be with anybody else. No one has the right to say that. No one can say that to you. Your body is yours. You can do what you want with it. Your time is yours. You can do what you want with it. Just because we had a relationship doesn't mean you get to tell me who I can see after we break up. But it's also the same way around. If we break up, if we take a break and you hook up with someone else, I don't get to say to you, you shouldn't have done that, because we were not together. So reconsider what this means when you take a break and ask yourself, maybe we just need some space. I'm going to buy your book, Come Back Queen. Yes, my love, heal your heart. Yes, yes, yes. My ex has moved on and I'm hurting. How do I get over it? Broke things off, wanting him to fight for us. Come Back Queen, my love. Come Back Queen. This is the one we just mentioned. This is the book that helps you heal your heart again. And not only heal your heart, but get you looking towards the future with optimism. So somebody said, how will not kissing your partner for 3 months help? First of all, so somebody said, how will not kissing your partner for 3 months help? First of all, no kissing. So somebody said, how will not kissing your partner for 3 months help? First of all, no kissing for 3 months means you're not my partner. This is a vetting period. I'm not going to partner with a stranger because I'm too smart to do that. I'm looking for a long-term relationship. If I was just looking for fun, here today, gone tomorrow, that's not a partnership. That's just fun. That's just a hookup. So my criteria is, do I find you attractive and do I trust you? That's it. But if I'm looking for a partner, what is your criteria? Like, do you want trustworthy? Do you want consistency? Do you want, we share the same goals and timelines. You want to get married too. I want to get married. You want to get married? Yeah. Well, when do you see yourself getting married? You got to discuss all these things before you get in a relationship with somebody. Otherwise, you're one of the people contacting me saying we've been together for 6 years and still no ring. I'm like, did you talk about timelines before you got in a relationship? No. Maybe that's why you're here. Do we talk about honesty? Did I say honesty? Do you want honesty? Do you want integrity? Right? Like, do you want compatibility? So there's a lot of things we need to figure out before I kiss and commit to you. So no kissing for 3 months means we're not committed until I know you better. And 3 months is not too long, not too short. Why don't I just say till we know each other better? Because if that's what I said, then we would always be thinking, is the time now? Is now the time? Do I know them well enough yet? And here's the thing. When you do the no kissing for 3 months, here's what you're going to realize. Sometimes it feels like it's the right time, but then the moment passes and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't, because I'm finding out more stuff that's making me think some more about this person. Is staying over at your boyfriend's house 24/7 due to COVID the same as melding with them? Not if you still have your own place. Melding is 2 people, 1 housing arrangement. Not melding is 2 people, 2 housing arrangements. You can stay over 24/7 for 365 days, because my rule of thumb is no kissing for 3 months, no moving in for 1 full year. You can, after that first kiss, if you go into his bed and never leave for another year, no fucking problem. No problem. No problem with that. But don't give up your space for a year in case it doesn't work out. A full year means you did 1 Christmas, 1 Valentine's Day, 1 birthday, right? You ride all the ups and downs. You ride all the calendar events. You see how you do life together as a couple. Once you've seen how you do ups and downs and how you navigate communication for a full year, then you move in together, because you have experience as a couple and you're like, you know what, we can do this. let's take it to the next level and move in together and test drive marriage. And that's what living together is let's test drive. Like, first we test drove how we could be a couple. Now we're going to test drive how we can be a married couple. And so live together for another full year before getting engaged. Self-love is more powerful, and when you transmute your sexual energy into your dream is powerful. Yes. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Helpful in normalizing. Yes, my love. Good point. 1 year, yeah. Is it disrespectful if you're on a date with someone and they kind of stare and tell someone? What? Is it disrespectful if you're on a date with someone and they kind of stare and tell someone? What? Is it disrespectful if you're on a date with someone and they kind of stare and tell someone? What? You guys, you have to put your comments all in one box, because if it's not, I lose it. I lose it, you guys. I'm sorry. Somebody is saying it's frozen. Can somebody say in the comments, because I know it freezes for some of you, but not for all of you for some reason. So can somebody say in the comments, if it's frozen, X out and then come back? My ex has been making subtle hints that he misses me. He has a girlfriend now. Do something or do nothing. Ooh, shady as fuck. I mean, seriously, the guy is overlapping. Like, do you want to be the girlfriend and finding out that your boyfriend is reaching out to his ex and saying he misses them? That is so not okay. I would block this guy, because this is just such shady behavior. And look at what he's doing and asking. Like, here's the thing. If he'll do that with you, he'll do that to you. So I would be like, this is so not okay. You are not okay. If you don't want to be in the relationship you're in because you're missing someone else, then you leave that relationship. But don't tell yourself, I'm going to cover all my bases. I'm going to make sure I keep the goodies coming by staying in this relationship with her, getting the goodness from her, and seeing if my ex is going to give me some goodness again. Like, that's just so not okay. He doesn't want to be with me, but I really want to be. It's been 5 months. I miss him. Yeah, my love. Get into Comeback Queen and No More Assholes. What does each book help with? Do you guys want me to go through my books? You guys want me? Yes. What is this? What does each book help with? I got my books here, all my babies. Wait, there's two more. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Sassy Crystal. Thank you. Angie, thank you. What about single parents dating? What are your opinions? So here's the thing. Single parents ask me okay, we're going to do this. Single parents ask me, when is the right time to introduce someone new to my kids? The answer is before you kiss. Because if you can't be friends, don't start a long-term relationship. You don't want to get into a long-term relationship with somebody that you don't even know if you can be friends with, right? So you should be hanging out. You should be spending 3 months together, getting to know each other. And you should be introducing them to people who are important to you, as they should be in 3 months together, getting to know each other. And you should be introducing them to people who are important to you, as they should be introduced 3 months together, getting to know each other. And you should be introducing them to people who are important to you, as they should be introducing you to people that are important to them. Your circle, your people should be assessing this person and letting you know if you're important to you, as they should be introducing you to people that are important to them. Your circle, your people should be assessing this person and letting you know if you're missing any red flags. If you have kids, you want to know if they get along before you kiss them. Because if you don't, and then you get involved and you get emotionally involved and you like this person, you're building the castle in the sky relationship with them, you're planning your life out in your mind with them, and then you find out they don't get along with your kids, how disappointed will you be? Is that going to be hard to like say, oh, you know what, sorry, you don't get along with my kids, so I'm going to have to let you go, after you've kissed them and been intimate and started planning a life with them in your mind? So find out how well they get along with your kids before you kiss them, so that if they don't get along, you just say, you know what, it doesn't seem to be like a good fit, so I'm going to have to let you go. So much easier to do it that way. You don't introduce them as a potential partner. You simply introduce them as a friend. Hey, we're going to go grab some ice cream and go for a walk with my friend. Hey, we're going to go out to dinner with my friend. I'm going to go grab some hot dogs with my friend. Hey, well, pre-COVID, right? Hey, we're going to go to the amusement park with my friend. Right? Go for a walk with your kids and your friends. That easy. Okay, let's do the books. So I like to do these in order that you would like ascend with. So Come Back Queen. This is the book that helps you. Yes, the covers are backwards because those are backwards because it doesn't fit Peru. Okay, so Come Back Queen is the book that helps you heal from a breakup. If you're having trouble moving on, get into Come Back Queen. Y'all love that book. I have so many people who say they read it so many times. Fake Love Do Not Apply. If you have the habit of choosing toxic partners, read this book. You need to recognize them a mile away and never get into that kind of relationship again. Do you tell the person you're waiting 3 months for a kiss? Yes, communication is key. That's why you have to read No More Assholes, because you need the script. You need to know when to introduce this. You need to know how to say it. By the way, touching is involved when you say this. I like you, touch, touch. I want to see where this goes, touch, touch. But I don't want to kiss someone I don't know because I don't want to start a relationship with a stranger, right? It just makes so much sense, but the touch conveys you do like them and you want them to know that. So No More Assholes is the book that is going to help you make sure you get into the right relationship by vetting. Vetting is so important, you guys. Listen, in the animal world, relationship by vetting. Vetting is so important, you guys. Listen, in the animal world, the female observes the males. Listen, in the animal world, the female observes the males putting on a display and selects the best one. Do this. It's just smart. It's just smart, you guys. After the first kiss, this is once you had that first kiss. Now you're in a relationship. So how do you start this relationship? How do you set the right tone? How do you start this foundation? How do you deal with the baby mama? How do you deal with his kids? How do you deal with his in-laws? How do you deal with his friends? How do you deal with him going back to work? How do you deal with the evolution of the relationship? Going from courtship phase to reality phase, which it will do. And it will be an adjustment. So how do you get through that adjustment without turning little things into big fights? It's really important, you guys. Fix that shit. This is the one that's going to teach you how to relationship. You can have a relationship with zero fighting. If you have chosen a generous long-term thinker who loves you, get into Fix That Shit. Make it amazing. It can be so, so good, you guys. I use the word magical because holy crap is it ever. Last time I made out with my husband, today. Today. We love each other so much, and love is a verb. We love each other so much. So get on board here, you guys, because you are so going to love this. It's such a great feeling when you make your relationship so solid. For my nerds and my teens, mamas and papas, if you have kids, get Dating 101. This is the education all of us should have had in grade 9. This is the education every single last one of us should have had in grade 8 or grade 9. There is no swearing in this book. It is gender neutral. Get Dating 101. Understand the drives, the impulses, and the emotions behind love. Is this cute? My husband and I started reading Fix That Shit together 2 days ago. Already love the advice. I love the heart eyes. Thank you. I love this. Say Yes to Goodness. Look at this book. See, super small compared to this is custom made. Say Yes to Goodness, super easy read, but this book is going to balance out any of my other books. So my relationship books talk about how to make a great relationship. This is how to have a great life. And then Custom Made, if you are codependent, if you are upset if your partner doesn't text you back fast enough, if they don't give. And then Custom Made, if you are codependent, if you are upset if your partner doesn't text you back fast enough, if they don't give you enough attention, right? You may be codependent. If you make your partner your purpose, don't do that. Make your purpose your purpose. Understand what you are here to do. Can I read Fix That Shit without my partner? 100%. My husband has never read Fix That Shit. We have not had a fight in 5 years. They don't need to read it in order for you to start doing what's in that book and turn the relationship around. Men are so simple, you guys, and they love us and they look at us for, they do. They're like, how are we going to do this, babe? Right? Like, they're not saying the words, but when you take that leadership role in the relationship and say, this is how we're going to do it. And listen, there are some points you're going to say, this is how I'm doing it. But when you become the emotional leader, the man who loves you follows your lead. Because he just wants to be with you. He just wants to be with you. And you're going to show him how to make it amazing. That's it. I love that there are couples who read this together, though. I really do. I really do. I love all you guys. Listen, I want to talk about coaching for a second. What book would you suggest for me trying to deal with my partner after cheating on me? I don't have a book specific to that. I really should, though. I really should. Here's the thing. Both of you need to do things to heal this relationship. You, my love, you need to read Fix That Shit because you need to learn how to deal with your emotions. You need to learn how to manage your behaviors and not vomit into the relationship. If your partner is doing his part, what is his part? Whatever it takes for you to ease your imagination. Do you know what Do you know what it would be for me? Spyware. I want spyware on your phone linked up to my phone because I don't want to ask you permission. I don't want to ask, can I see your phone? Can I see who you're talking to? I don't want to ask. I want spyware on your phone so anytime I want to know, I can go take a look without asking permission. If they don't want to do that, they don't want to do their part. They don't care to help you ease your imagination. Shady motherfucker, got to go. So what do you need? For me, it's spyware. That might not be it for you, right? But what do you need to ease your imagination? Because that's them doing their part. You doing your part is you doing what it takes to not vomit. Because that's them doing their part. You doing your part is you doing what it takes to not vomit into the relationship. Go binge my TikToks, my love. I've done a few lately about that. I saw you guys are muting somebody and I'm wondering who that was. What happened? Oh, okay, there it is. Hello, child. Let's ease your mind so that you never have to deal with me again. My guy's been sleeping with another girl. Says he loves her but loves me too. He keeps lying. So listen, this should not be your boyfriend, my love. This really should not be your boyfriend. You need to dump the motherfucker today. You need to read No More Assholes because you need to read No More Assholes because you absolutely need to elevate your self-esteem. Elevate your self-esteem. Why are you guys so questioning on the spyware? Yeah. Listen, do you know why I want spyware? Because I trusted you. And now I don't. And that's not my fault. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about the fact that I no longer trust you? What book is the best for long distance relationships with some troubles? I would say Fix That Shit. So spyware, you can actually, why would you use spyware? So listen, when your partner was cheating, whether or not, or before you found out your partner was cheating, were there not moments where they were on their phone and you're wondering who they were talking to? Right? Did you not have some suspicious moments? And so now I'm always going to wonder who you're talking to. I'm always going to wonder what you're saying. And I'm always going to want to see, right? Because you may say, I'm just talking to so-and-so. No, we're not flirting. What you're saying. And I'm always going to want to see, right? Because you may say, I'm just talking to so-and-so. No, we're not flirting. But I don't trust your word anymore because I used to, and look where it got me, in a relationship with a cheater. And now you want me to believe that you're not a cheater. But how am I just supposed to believe that again now that I know that you're a cheater? So how are you going to convince me that you're no longer a cheater? It's not your words. It doesn't matter what you say. What matters is what you do. Are you willing to be transparent? If you're not, well, I know you still want to be a cheater. But if I say I need spyware on your phone and you say absolutely, whatever it takes, yes, here you go. I know that you are willing to be transparent. And that's something that I need, is your willingness to be transparent with me now. Because, I was wondering before, but I was saying, no, I got myself a trustworthy partner. Turns out I was wrong. And now I'm just going to think you're not trustworthy, because the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior, and look what you did. So I'm going to second guess myself all the time. I'm going to second guess you all the time. Yeah, you would use spyware if a partner was cheating. Yes, if a partner cheated and was like, I want us to stay together, I'd be like this this is a betrayal. I mean, I need to get over the betrayal, and you don't want me constantly saying who you talking to, what are you saying, where are you going, who you talking to, what are you saying, where are you going, it took you 10 extra minutes to get home, where did you go, my mind is going to go crazy now because I used to trust you, but it turns out I didn't even know who I was in a relationship with. It turns out you were lying to me. So I need to now fix what this betrayal has done so that we can have a functional relationship. But what are you going to do to fix what this betrayal has done so we can have a functional relationship? It's not all on me, and it can't be all on me. Is it smart to start a long-term relationship even though I want to move away? Why would you want a long-distance relationship? I was that friend he was talking to. I sent the girlfriend his messages. She went back to him. Yeah, unfortunately. I expressed that I wasn't feeling great because lack of affection. He said he does show me affection. So there's a difference between perception and reality. So what you should do for 30 days is keep a calendar of how much affection he shows you, and then see what that is after 30 days. How do I regain trust when it was abused, but not full transparency between us? I would get into a coaching session, love. This is something that I would need to unpack. I need to get deeper into this and unpack that. So if you guys are having, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling confused, thank you, my top lip seal. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling confused, should I keep pursuing this person? Should I stay in this relationship? How can I fix what's going on in my relationship? How can I create a dating profile that's going to get me the attention that I want? Whatever question you guys have about dating or relationships, like if you want to gain some clarity, gain your next step, have your plan, know what you're going to be doing, some clarity, gain your next step, have your plan, know what you're going to be doing, feel better about something, do get a coaching session. So for anybody who wants a coaching session, by the way, I do couples coaching as well, and I just need one person to help a relationship. So if you guys want to do that, go into my bio, click on the link tree. There's a button there that says one-on-one. Click on that and follow the instructions, book yourself in for a coaching session. So how do I judge how much affection he's giving me? Percentage or specific quotes or actions? So literally, I want you to like, here's the thing. I was, in a relationship, and I thought, we don't have enough sexual intimacy. And so I gave certain acts like a circle or a triangle or a square. And I would put that on the calendar based on when they happen. And when I looked at it after 30 days, I was like, oh, there's plenty going on here, actually. So look at the time when you guys cuddle. Look at the time when you stop cuddling. Note in your phone how much time you guys cuddled. Add it up at the end of the day. Put that in your calendar. 20 minutes of cuddles. Give yourself a little sign, like a triangle or something, for every time you guys kiss. How many kisses a day are you getting? Add that into your calendar. So every day when something happens, make sure you note it in your phone. And then at the end of the day, calculate everything up and stick it in your calendar. And, because again, perception and reality are two different things. So before you go to him again and say, you're not giving me enough, because you did. And he's like, but I am. So before you have this conversation again, make sure you present it with facts instead of perception. Guys, if you like my voice and you like my advice, Fix That Shit is now an audiobook. So if you guys love audiobooks, grab Fix That Shit. The link to that is in the link tree in my bio. It is not on Audible, but you can listen to it on iTunes. I also give you some app suggestions, whether you're Android, not on Audible, but you can listen to it on iTunes. I also give you some app suggestions, whether you're Android or iPhone, that you can use. That's like an Audible-like app, and you can listen to my book on there. I also have freebies for you. Do you guys want some free stuff? These are all books that I've written. Yeah, actually, that's some of them. It's not all of them. These are all the books that I wrote. Yes, there are 8 books there. What was the last book you reviewed called? The one codependency. The one about breaking codependency is custom made. This is where you learn how to shift your sense of purpose from your partner to your actual purpose. Guys on Instagram, how about they close their Instagram cheater channels? How about you not choose the guy who seeks the attention of other women? He was texting X because he says she was angry about what she messed up in his life. Yeah, that is suspect. He was angry. No. 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 Did he show you the text messages? If there's nothing to hide, there's nothing to hide. Okay, can I see them? No. Why not? Does something not line up between what you're telling me and what reality is? Is that why I can't see them? I had a first video call with a guy for 6 hours. I feel like that's bad to do too much too soon. No, you're getting to know each other. The whole point, here's the thing about the no kissing for 3 months dating rule. When your mouth is not preoccupied with kissing, etc., you are talking. You're supposed to get to know each other. And you can spend every single day for 3 months, from sunup until sundown. But it's no kissing, no sleepovers for 3 months, so they can show you who they are. Teenage breakup advice. Yes, my love. Relationships when you're young are basically building blocks of helping you understand who you are and what you need in a relationship. So I know it sucks to break up with somebody. Trust me, I know. My first love was what you need in a relationship. So I know it sucks to break up with somebody. Trust me, I know. My first love was when I was 16. We broke up and then we got back together. So, it's hard. It is hard. And it does hurt. But the best way, we broke up and then we got back together. So, it's hard. It is hard. And it does hurt. But the best way to move through the hurt is to preoccupy yourself instead of staying home and just staying sad. So, things that you can do to help yourself feel better: put some music on loud and dance, dance, dance. Move your body. Emotions get stuck in our body. When we move, we can actually move the emotion out of our body, through our body. So, get some movement going. If you're not going to dance around, go for a walk, get some movement. Move your body. Don't just stay stagnant, because the emotion is going to stay in you. Make sure you drink lots of water. Like, flush that man out of your body. You know what I mean? Pee the man out of your body. Spend time with your friends. Friends help you feel better. Your tribe is your support system. Go to them. Spend time with them. And make sure you read No More Assholes, because what I want you to do is understand how to not get hurt again. Yes, for the freebies. Okay, guys, here's how you're going to get some freebies. So in the link tree in my bio, there is a button that says freebies. Go hiking, yes. So in the freebies button, here's what you're going to get, you guys. I like to give you shit. I do. I give you guys so much free stuff. Like, seriously, like on my TikToks, YouTube channel. I got a podcast, by the way. I have a YouTube channel and a podcast. Go check out my YouTube channel. There's so many great videos on there. Interviews, meditation tracks, like advice, whether you're single or in a relationship. I've got like all these playlists. So go check all that out. Fake love need not apply is what you're going to get when you enter your email address. Add yourself to my general mailing list. This is one of the freebies. You're going to get this book for free.